One of these myths can literally kill your patient. Another one turns your walls into a built-in cheat code. We tested every single animal hospital myth we could find, and some of them are way weirder than you'd think. It's Light Fury and Toothless, and today we're finding out which ones are true and which ones are total nonsense. Subscribe, drop a like, and let's get into it. Myth number 1 says the first 2 patients on your first shift can always be treated with the same 2 items, and they'll keep popping up over and over. Those items are healing herbs and eye drops. Let's bring in our first patient and see what he actually needs. Alright, he's heading to room 1. Let's grab a coffee real quick. Okay, heading to room 1. Come on, buddy, get in there, get in there, get in there. Let's see if another one's coming in.
Yep, here comes another patient with horns, but hey, we'll treat him too. This is an animal hospital after all. We wait for the computer to hit 100%, and let's see what he's gonna need. Okay, yeah, so far so good. Healing herbs for the first patient. There's only 2 patients on the first shift. It's a pretty chill first shift, honestly. They're just easing you into the game, no anomalies yet. It's basically just there to show you how to treat patients and check the photos. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. You're heading to room 2. Perfect, let's go. Alright, treated him. And no thank you, of course. He just walks off. Well, that's the job, guys. That's how we get paid. Look at this Dr. Cat right here. And there's our next patient, ready to be treated. Drop a comment guessing how many of these myths I'll actually crack, and how many will stay a mystery. And yep, eye drops. Myth number 1 confirmed true.
Both patients needed eye drops and these healing herbs. Now let's move on to myth number 2. Myth number 2. You don't actually have to pick up the photos. After a couple seconds, they'll just show up on the desk on their own. Let's test it. Okay, taking the photo. I'm not picking it up. Let's see what happens. And yep, there it is. The photo's sitting right there on the desk. Myth confirmed. This one's true too. Myth number 3. Any anomaly you cure always turns out to be a skinwalker. Whoa, wasn't expecting to see you here, buddy. Alright, so this one's an anomaly. Let's check the photo. See if it shows up in the picture, but not on the live feed. Because I already checked it with the scanner. Yeah, it's not showing up in the photo. And look, it's just this solid black anomaly. He smashed our window.
People also say you can scare him off with a fire extinguisher, but I don't have one on me. And there he goes. So now we've got a broken window, guys. Yeah. Alright, let's quickly patch this anomaly up and see if it actually turns into a skinwalker. Personally, I'm betting it won't. Alright, buddy, are you an anomaly or not? Let's find out. Nope, just a regular patient, not an anomaly. Okay, we'll get to you later. Alright, the anomaly just walked into room 1. Time to treat it. Okay. Let's watch. Alright, so far it's healing normally. I'll go treat the patient in room 3 real quick. Nope, not always true. This one just started doing some creepy ritual. Guess I gotta go save him. Alright, looks like that's it. But this myth, guys, turns out to be false, because he went straight into that creepy ritual instead. He's not a skinwalker, so don't believe everything you read on the internet. Let's move on to the next myth. Myth number 4. It says, you can actually kill an anomaly with the wrong treatment. Let's test it out. Check out this toothy little nightmare here. Let's see if this actually works. Alright guys, our anomaly's heading into room 6. Alright, scan's done. Let's see what he actually needs and then bring him the wrong medicine. Let's see if he dies or not. Okay, so he needs syrup, but instead we're gonna treat him with a bandage. Yep, confirmed true. The wrong treatment can actually kill an anomaly. He just vanished completely. Awesome. Smash that like if you didn't know that one, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. Myth number 5. In room 6, over here in the corner, there's supposedly either a button or some kind of trigger that sets off a creepy, scary laugh. Let's check it out. Guys, it's not working for me. Let's give it another shot. And yeah, this is probably just a myth because I can't get it to trigger. So this one, guys, turns out to be false. Moving on to myth number 6. This one says if you use up the fire extinguisher completely and put it away right as it hits 0%, you'll get an infinite fire extinguisher. Let's try it. Alright, we're down to 2%. Quick, put it away. And yeah, this one's false too. The extinguisher's just empty, and I can't use it anymore. Moving on to myth number 7. Myth 7. I just ran into room 1, and somewhere around here, yeah, right here, the meds should be. And yep, turns out you can grab them straight through the wall. So this myth is confirmed true. Use this trick if you want to save time. You don't have to run all the way out to grab stuff like eye drops or whatever else you need. Just walk up to the wall, grab it, and you're done. Moving on to myth number 8. This one says you can hand off a half-finished coffee to Barney. So we take a couple sips and then just give it to him. And yep, this one's true too, guys. Drop a comment with your final count. How many myths turned out true? and how many turned out false. Add it all up by the end of the video, and let me know down below. Anyone who gets it right gets a like from me on their comment. Now, on to the next myth. Myth number 9. It says if a patient's wounded, you can just toss him in the trash can, no problem. Since this patient's totally fine and not wounded, I'm gonna shoot him to wound him first. Sorry, buddy, but it's for the video. Okay, he's wounded. Now let's try tossing him in the trash. Convenient, there's a trash can right here. And the message literally says, no one will ever know. Moving on to the next myth. Myth number 10 says you can chase off quest characters and they'll never bother you again.
Here comes Ron from accounting. Let's just close the blinds on him and see how he reacts. Does he leave or not? And yep, there he goes. Bye, Ron. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye. He's not gonna show up anymore. Awesome. Alright, let's open these back up and move on to the next myth. Myth number 11 says you can shoot your gun while watching the cameras. Let me grab the pistol. Let's see if this is an anomaly or not. Yep, it's an anomaly. Let's try shooting it. And yeah, this one's true too, guys. We managed to stop the anomaly with a shot. Awesome. On to the next myth. The next myth says if you stand in this green sludge, this green slime, for too long, it'll start draining your sanity. Let's test it. Ugh, this is freaking me out. Comment below and let me know if you think it'll drain sanity or not, because those bubbles honestly look toxic. Not sure, but let's find out. Alright, I'm standing in it. Let's just wait however long it takes, I don't really know. And it just disappeared on its own. So I guess you don't even need to clean it up. Just stand in it and it'll vanish by itself. So yeah, guys, this myth turns out to be false too. Don't believe everything you hear. Moving on to the next myth. The next myth says that when your sanity gets low, the paintings in the rooms start changing and getting creepy. Let's check it out. Heading into room 1. And yep, sure enough, this painting looks off. The eyes are all black. Let's check another room. Alright, let me put out this fire real quick, otherwise I can't even get in there. Perfect. Fire's out. Let's take a look. Whoa, whoa. This one's creepy. Looks like there's a doctor painted in there. Brr, that's unsettling. Let me know in the comments if these paintings freak you out too. No painting in this one.
Doesn't look like there's one here either. But room 5's got one, although it doesn't seem to change. There's something here too. Looks like you can pull off a poster. Some kind of safe underneath. Interesting. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep playing until this safe opens up so I can show you what's inside. And if you already know what's in there, drop it in the comments. I'll definitely take your suggestions into account for future episodes. That's the last myth for today. Smash that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode. Big hugs to everyone. See you next time.